Hey, it's Jason Wilson here from Ellerium Games, and today we're going to review Onitama. Onitama is a nice two-player chess-like game. It was designed by Arcane Wonders. It has the Dice Tower seal of approval for Dice Tower Essentials, which means it's a good game, and I wouldn't review it otherwise. That's a lie, I would. Onitama is a two-player chess-like game. It's very samurai-looking. The box is really nice, a nice square box, things like that. On the back, you've got how the game plays out. We'll obviously show you that as we go through. Nice straight through. The bot has this lovely magnetic seal, which keeps everything from falling out, as you can see. Brilliant. You open up the box rolls out nicely. Look at that. Nice wee Onitama picture in the middle. You have inside the rulebook. The rulebook obviously is how to play. It's got the credits of the people who made it, a little description. You can read that. It tells you how the game plays, and then at the back's got some adverts. There we are. Inside you also have your movement cards. We'll get into that a bit more once we show you how to play the game. You have your lovely mouse mat, which is your play area, which is great. That's that. And inside you have 2 master pawns for each colour, and then each team has 4 of these normal pawns. You set them up on the board. We'll show you that in the gameplay footage, which will coming up next. So now that I've done now I've shown you what's inside the box, it's time to show you how the game plays. Now the game plays for 2 players. You take an action each per turn, moving one of your small pawns or your master pawn. How it works is you take the movement deck, shuffle it up. You deal 1, 2 to that player, 1, 2 to the red player, and then you deal a 5th card. You deal the 5th card to the side. The rest of the cards you just put back in the box and put them to the side. The reason you deal the 5th card is an extra movement, and the bottom here it's got a colour, the red, that determines who will go first. This time it'll be the red team, so we'll stick that there. Now what we'll do is we'll show you how this works. So each player gets to take one of their actions. As is the red team, I'm going to show. So the red team is going to perform the crane action. Now the crane action is you take your pawn, and he moves from a black space, and he can move to any of the green or grey squares. Now, for example, he is here, he cannot go back, so, sorry, I'll show you. So he cannot go backwards, because there's no space for him to go to. He can only go forwards. Now, if he was here, he could go forward, or he could go to the side, that's fine. But in this instance, he's just going to move forward 1. Now, once you've performed your action, the crane, you then swap it with the common movement. This now comes into your zone, it means you have that for next turn. It then passes over to the opposite team will perform their action. Let's say he performs the eel, he is going to move this pawn, he's going to move 1. So as you see, move diagonally from there to the blue, and this then swaps with the crane. If at any point you have a pawn, say for instance the pawns are set like this, and I wanted to perform the dragon action now, I'm going to show it my way to just make life easier. I can move from here, I can move to here, here, or here. Now, I'm going to move here. I remove this pawn from play. This pawn is now, it's like chess, you capture it, or it's, I don't know, because it's samurai style, you honor Bahal or something, I don't know what you can say yet, but you capture him basically. So he's out of the game, he's now done. I then swap over, and then pass to my opponent, and basically you keep going back and forth, back and forth. Now there are 2 ways to win. One of there's the way of the stone and the way of the stream. The way of the stone is the more aggressive way. Basically, if you can get your pawn to move into the space with their master pawn, you capture the master pawn, the game is over. Done, dusted. You've dishonored their house. If the other way is the way of the stream, the way of the stream is if you can get your master pawn into their temple archway, that is the way of the stream, that is the way of least aggression, the more peaceful way to resolve. Again, if you get it there, you win. It can only be your master pawn that gets into the temple archway. If your little guy gets there, it doesn't make a difference. With that, it's an average of about 20 minutes playthrough. It can be a bit longer if you get right into a tactical game. You'll find it on about 20 minutes. There's a few times you get stuck and it's just thinking about it through. It's like chess. You just take your time, plan it out. The key thing is to remember not to just look at your 2 cards, but look at everybody else's cards, because these are going to, at some point, come around to your ability to use. With that, that's that. The bonus to the game is, because there are so many movement cards, every game will be different, because you can shuffle up and you can draw different cards. If you want to change, we have another way of playing it, which is if you ever take this card, you discard your card and you reveal a new one from the top. That keeps the game a little bit more interesting, and then when you get down to the last one, you just cycle it through. That's another good way to play the game, but we just play the normal way. I've seen some people using the discard and draw one, which is quite nice. Other than that, it's Onitama. Onitama's a very good game. I highly recommend it. It was one of my picks from the UK Games Expo 2016. We had a quick demo of it, and it turned out to be very nice, very quick. Everybody in our party ended up getting a copy just because, well, production, quality, it's amazing. If I were to get a gameplay is probably a solid 10 out of 10 for me. Others might not. Production, the only thing I don't like production is the way you store the mat gives this crease and this like bend in the end, so you constantly have to roll it the opposite direction. But, I mean, how many games nowadays do you get a nice rubber mouse mat style mat for a game? So, can't complain. Oh no, that was Onitama. I'm Jason Wilson from Ellerium Games, signing out.